Yeah, we're back. I don't
know. Missed opportunity. Hold on. Write me a podcast intro. I'll read it as it comes out. I thought this would be faster. This episode, AI is already letting us down.
Yep. AI, maybe not the way of the future.
Yeah.
What do we got?
It's not happening. I don't know.
Okay.
It wants us to do. It's doing like a whole thing.
Okay. I'm sorry, I cut you off. I apologize. AI was taking.
No, you cut AI off. You cut AI off, not me.
Oh man. Well, welcome back to another episode of the Red, the White, and the Blues podcast. I'm Daniel. He's Jason, and it's off the rails 52 seconds into the show. What's new? Yeah, AI for you.
The revolution is happening. It's here. All of our jobs are at stake.
How's your day going there, kind sir?
It's going. I mean, it was going pretty good. We've started 30 minutes late thanks to my AI snafus. So everybody gets a little taste of that. But yeah, no, overall, man, pretty good. Daniel and I saw each other in person this weekend.
We did, and we'll see each other Thursday for the Tottenham match.
A little preview, a little amuse-bouche before the main meal that we have on Thursday for you all.
That's right. There will be no women around on Thursday.
Oh, finally. We can do this sans wife.
We can have a proper man date on Thursday.
Cannot wait. No side eyes when we order our 5th and 6th beers.
I know.
We're gonna have a good time.
We did. No, I enjoy hanging out with our wives. They're fun people.
I love our wives very
much.
Yeah.
We did. They're fun people, and I like hanging out with them. So it's fun. It is not. But anyway, this is our special AI episode. We thought we would get on the cutting edge and do this before any other Chelsea podcast does it, because that's what we do on this podcast. We do things before, we say things before, we do things before every other podcast. We don't suck on the blue coat teeth. We don't, do any of that shit. We just tell you like it is. But we thought we'd have AI tell you how it is. And we've been messing around with AI. If you listen to the last couple episodes, you've seen us, give some AI stuff. But Chelsea has, as of this moment, we play Thursday, we play Tottenham. We will have possibly a couch episode Thursday.
On the couch.
My favorite episodes.
Dan and Jay on the couch.
That's right. Not that kind of couch, though. Not that kind of couch.
No.
Jason's couch.
Cuddle, but it'll be it's my couch.
Yeah, spooning maybe. Spooning.
Yes. Dude, we started the podcast just like you're here.
Yeah,
the big spoon. I just look up over your shoulder.
Epic. We need to remember
we
that.
don't advertise this podcast that much.
Yeah, we need to remember that. But yes, so this is the AI episode. Chelsea has 9 matches left in the season. So just to sort of set the stage, we are going to I figured at the end of this episode, Jason, we could also give our predictions for how we think the rest of the season will turn out. Jason has a AI bot named Claude, and I have an AI bot named Ellie.
Claude likes to be known as Alex.
That's right. I call him Claude because that's what you call him. So
no, but Claude is like the ChatGPT name.
Oh, well, screw chat. We don't use, just for reference, we do not use chat.
No. It's called Claude in the same way ChatGPT is called ChatGPT. They just named it Claude.
Oh, they named it Claude.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why. But I asked it what it would like to be called, and I said choose a simple human name, and it shows Alex, as did ChatGPT, as did Grok.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. So we will be using Grok, which is Ellie, and Claude, which is Owl. So those are our sources for everything. So if you want to mess around with AI, it's actually pretty fun. I had not messed around with AI until this, so pretty fun stuff.
Yeah,
you can get creative with it. So, but yeah. So,
can I I interject real fast?
Yeah, interject.
During the time that AI got cut off in our intro, I stopped its thinking process because it was taking too long to come up with an intro. And then that whole bit went downhill. And I asked it to come up with a joke. And this is what it said.
Okay.
Why did the Chelsea fan put his cake in the freezer?
Wow.
He wanted to enjoy some cool fourth place.
That's so bad.
And then it goes on to say, I guess you could say Chelsea were pretty lukewarm this season, never really catching fire, but never totally melting down either. Just sort of Kai Havertzing it in fourth. But hey, qualifying for the Champions League is the yeast they could do. It's the icing on the cake after a long season, even if it wasn't fully baked title challenge in the end. Fans will be hoping next season rises to the occasion a little bit more. Hopefully this joke wasn't too crummy.
It was pretty crummy.
Straight from Alex. Alex would I'm not gonna ask what everybody thought of that.
Yep. So anyway, this is going to be some AI predictions. We've ran the AI algorithms for Chelsea's final 9 matches of the season. They've given us their input. They've given us their predictions. We will give you our predictions at the end of the episode, where we go match by match, Jason, and we predict win, lose, or draw on the matches. And but yes, so just to set the scene for everybody here, this is where we're at in the season. 9 matches left, 27 points up for grab. Chelsea is currently 4th place. Did not realize this until I was doing a little research and studying the table. We are only 5 points off of 10th. Yeah,
I mean that gap between pretty much 3rd and 10th has been pretty small the entire season.
It has. We are 5 points behind Nottingham Forest, so who's in 3rd right now. So we're there. And on top of all that, Newcastle has a game in hand on everybody. I think their game in hand. I think it's Everton. Right? No, it's not Everton. I don't remember. It's some crappy team. They'll win probably. So then they would pole vault us because they're only 2 points behind us. So historically speaking, somewhere around 70 points usually guarantees you top 4. Roughly somewhere around there, 69, 70, 71, if you take the averages. But so that means we have 27 points left. That means we can lose 2 and draw 1. And that would get us to 70 points.
Wait, so we lose 2, draw 1 out of the remaining 9.
Yep.
Think I have my prediction in the bag.
Yeah, I know. And that's when I was crunching some of these numbers, I looked at that and I was like, there really is no room for error.
Yeah.
Like there's none. There's no room for error. And I think the big thing too is that, like, I would argue we'll probably have one of the tougher schedules going down the stretch, just with the number of teams we play. Everybody we play outside of United, Everton, Brentford is technically outside the top 10, and Tottenham. So 6 of our where's my math here? My mathing is not doing right now. 5 of our last 9 matches are against top 10 opponents. No, Ipswich is not either. So never mind.
So 4 of our matches though?
4. So Nottingham Forest,
half.
Half of them are against top half teams that are also battling for the same spot that we're battling for. Which one of those teams has already won the league, but that's irrelevant. So it's going to be it. It could possibly come down to the last match of the season. Like we played Nottingham Forest last match of the year. It could come down to that match where we have to score against a low block, which we haven't been able to do all year, and have to need 3 points to go into the Champions League. So,
good times.
Good times. So, I don't know.
Yeah, where do you want to start with our
where we want to start
AI?
with it. Yeah. I don't know where we want to start with this either. I did realize that Grok just made a grave error in something. So.
Oh, yeah. That is okay. I'll start with this disclaimer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's start with the disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
We are having fun with AI.
Yeah.
We are using it to make predictions. We're using it to analyze matches. The AI we have found is pretty limited in how correct it is in its analyses. So, disclaimer, if we say the wrong stat, if we say a wrong thing, if AI has given us that and we have parroted it, it's because we are not fact checking AI in real time. Okay. So, like, I'll just say as a disclaimer, we may get things wrong. And I think that's okay because this is just meant to be fun and meant to be cool. And it'll show you some of the capabilities and limitations of AI.
Yep.
I am using Alex. I've given Alex stats from fbref.com. I've just taken all of like the base Premier League stats and the base Chelsea stats for the season that you can find very easily on there. And I've fed it in because Alex can't quite access the internet in the same way that Grok and ChatGPT can. And so I have fed it stuff. I have found it to be a little more reliable, but again, it has made some mistakes. So I'll just say as a disclaimer, if we get it wrong, man, it's okay. It's just for fun. We are not actually basing any of our life on this, or pod or reputation. It's just fun. Disclaimer.
Yeah. Yep. For sure fun. And so it's going to be interesting to see. So I will say this, Grok, not very optimistic that Chelsea will make, the finals here. And I guess we can start here because this is something I did. Because Grok was very indecisive about the Tottenham match, whether it's like, it's sort of 50-50. We beat them earlier in the year this year, but as you'll see in some of the notes I have, Grok told me that we lost earlier in the year to Tottenham, which is not true. But we beat them. So, but Grok is a little nervous. So the way I approached it and the way I look at it now too is that this match against Tottenham is very important. Like, if we don't beat Tottenham, if we don't take 3 points from them, the season might be done at that point. Like, our finishing top 4 might be done because that would just be detrimental. Like, we would have to win a game we're probably not supposed to win, later on, because we're not supposed to lose to Tottenham. In my book, when we break it down at the end, we'll get, I guess, more to that, and we predict the Tottenham scores and everything. But I don't know. It's going to be a crazy season. And if we don't beat Tottenham, the percentages of us finishing top 4 drop drastically. Like, going from being pretty much a 50-50 shot to just way down there. So I don't know.
I totally agree. Oh, that's an interesting thing, adding probability of finishing top 4 if this outcome is true, but I don't know how much it can handle. And I
put that in there. I did that in there with Tottenham, and it gave me, like, if we lose to Tottenham, here's how I think you're going to finish the rest of the year. Like, Grok gives us, if we beat or as of now, finishing top 5 is a 50 to 60%. Like, before the Tottenham match, 50 to 60%. Let me see if it gives me a percentage if we lose to Tottenham. No, it didn't give me a percentage. So it drops it down to 40% if we lose.
Okay.
So
based on the newest, I have it generating its predictions for the matches, the
Mhm.
remaining matches, and I'll ask it. I'll ask Alex what he thinks is the current probability of Chelsea finishing top 4.
Cool.
Okay, so here we go.
All right. So what does? Yeah. So see what old
Alex says, based on the current Premier League standings, Chelsea is currently sitting in 4th with 49 points from 29 matches played. They have 14 wins, 7 draws, 8 losses. Is this correct?
We have what? What is it? What did you say?
14 wins, 7 draws, and 8 losses. Oh, yes, because we lost to Liverpool. Sorry, Arsenal. Okay. It looks at the teams around them. While this is giving me some junk. Chelsea's grip on 4th place appears tenuous at best. They're only 1 point ahead of Man City, who traditionally finish season strong, and just 2 points ahead of Newcastle, who have a game in hand. The remaining schedule includes tough fixtures against Tottenham, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Man U, which makes their path remaining. Without access to mathematical models that would calculate exact probabilities, I'd estimate that Chelsea has approximately a 40 to 45% chance of finishing top 4 based on current position, small points gap, remaining fixtures, inconsistent form. So, if we beat Tottenham, what is the probability? I'm just being real casual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it also says if we beat Tottenham, likelihood of finishing top 4 is 55 to 60%. So pretty close.
Yeah. This is okay.
Do you want me to read you what it wrote about the Chelsea Tottenham game?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll say that.
We can do that later.
Say that for then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just told. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, so Grok actually gave a formula here for us finishing. Ellie did. So using a binomial model, simplified, win probability per game equals 40%. Probability of 5+ wins in 7 games is P parentheses X greater than or equal to 5 less than equals P parentheses 5 plus P parentheses 6 plus P. So on and so forth. Dude, this is nuts.
Dude, I just
Anyway,
typed out a formula too. It's crazy. Or I just asked it for a formula. It's wild.
yeah. So anyway, at the end of this, now to be fair, I did do top 5 instead of top 6. So
Okay, yeah.
So it's a 30% chance to finish with greater than 65 plus points this year. If our rivals underperform, add 10%. So your total, if our rivals underperform, then the probability is about 40%, is what Grok is saying.
To finish with over 65 points?
Yeah. Or no, to finish top 5 on 65 points, because that's what it would take, is what it's saying. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So Alex says that Chelsea has approximately a 35 to 40% chance of finishing with more than 65 points.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially what they're saying. So that's 5 wins out of the next. And see, I don't think that's going to be enough, unless the issue is that I think if we lose to Tottenham, we're going to need help from other teams.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be more like last year, like with Pipes getting into Conference League. Yeah, we won our last 6 matches, but it also took the other teams losing some matches for us to sneak in there.
Right.
And I think that's what it would take this year. Like the Newcastle game is huge because we played them. Nottingham Forest is huge. So you're already probably going to lose to Liverpool. So if you drop Liverpool, if you drop Nottingham Forest, if you drop Newcastle, like you're done. That's 9 points. You lost against 2 teams that are ahead of you at that point in the table. Like just wrap it up, So
when you say it like that, it makes me think that these models are giving us a way higher probability.
I would think I agree with that too. I mean, because like that's the thing. Even here, like in Ellie's estimation, like she adds 10% to the 30%, basing it off
Right.
of if Newcastle and City drop below 65 points, which I don't think
Right.
Newcastle will. Holland is out and hurt.
Yeah.
So that has got to boost some percent, got to factor in there somehow. But I don't know. I think it's more of like a 30% chance when you look at like the times we played these teams before, the run-ins, like
Yeah.
their form and everything, how they play.
Right.
So it is it's a mess, man. It's a mess. We put ourselves in a bad spot.
Yeah. We definitely haven't done ourselves any favors. I'm getting pretty pessimistic. Thanks, AI.
Yeah. Oh, Grok gave me
We,
a pessimistic, like a pessimistic outcome.
oh, like,
Yeah.
what does it say?
This is one I ran a week ago. It said pessimistic. Chelsea struggles post Tottenham loss, earning 8 to 10 points. Total 57 and 59. Likely finish 7th to 8th. 7th to 8th.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. I just asked Alex for a pessimistic outcome and then just put us as losing or drawing every single final match.
Jeez. That's
We
crazy.
would finish with 52 points, three points from 3 draws.
That's nuts.
That's mean. Alex
That's
was
mean.
mean.
Alice is mean. So I don't know. Did Alex, there we go, I'll get his name right in a minute. Did he give you a match by match prediction of what, like,
Yes.
okay, so what did he say? So let's just start with Tottenham then. Let's just break this down match by match. What was his prediction for Tottenham?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I thought it did, and it did in one case, but it hasn't looked like. Oh, okay.
I know, like, this is what Grok did
Yeah.
it. He said
Go ahead.
likely. So I was thinking
Yeah.
Tottenham.
Yeah.
Now, granted, Grok's method of driving this was a little off because he did say we lost to Tottenham earlier. But he said likely a draw or loss versus Tottenham.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Alex is very sarcastic. So I'll read you what Alex wrote in full because it's worth reading.
Okay.
The classic London derby between teams that spent £1 billion versus team that hasn't won anything since color television was invented. Given Spurs' remarkable ability to collapse like a folding chair at a Weight Watchers convention. This is Alex. Alex is fat shaming people. Chelsea will probably win 3-1. Cole Palmer will score twice, and everyone will act shocked, as if his talent wasn't the most predictable thing since another Marvel movie announcement. Enzo Fernandez will get a yellow card for what can only be described as looking at the referee in Spanish. Jeez. And, this is interesting. It says Pochettino will celebrate against his former club by showing precisely 3 human emotions. Okay, so Alex thinks that Poch is still our manager.
So what was his prediction for the match?
3-1. We would win 3-1.
3-1. Okay. Okay. So all right. So we win according to
That
Alex.
might have been a little. I need to proofread these because it not only did Alex fat shame people, Alex might have been alluding to racism. So,
oh man.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just gonna say, do you really think Chelsea will beat Tottenham, or do you want to revise? And we'll see what happens. We'll see if Alex is firmly confident. Okay. Alex has revised. A draw is the most likely outcome. 1-1 score. Neither team has shown consistency to dominate such a high stakes match, and the pressure of the top 4 race might make Chelsea more cautious than usual. So revised prediction, draw, 1-1. Chelsea's chance of finishing top 4 remained roughly the same rather than improving significantly. So there you have it.
There you have it. Okay. So Brentford, so Grok says this could be a draw or a narrow win.
Okay.
So we beat them earlier in the season. Now, my thing with this is it's an away match. Our road record right now is terrible. So, yeah, we beat them 1-0 earlier in the year, but what are we going to do? I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, it says, it's very mean. I'm not going to read what Alex said. Said Brentford Stadium was assembled using the IKEA instruction manual. Nicholas Jackson will miss approximately 27 chances, each more spectacular than the last, before accidentally scoring with his backside. Don't know why. Alex is mean. But predicts Chelsea will win 2-1 for the Brentford match.
Okay. So I would say this Alex seems to be a little more optimistic than Grok.
I'm gonna
okay.
For sure.
So Grok now with so next is Ipswich. So Grok predicts that according to him, Chelsea's attack should overwhelm Ipswich's defense. Apparently just not taking into account that we lost it in 2-0 earlier in the year. So and it's going to be at home, which means Ipswich is just going to sit in a low block the whole match.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
know. Ipswich have really only won 3 games all season?
Yeah, they're pretty terrible. But yet we're one of their wins, Jason.
That is freaking annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea, according to Alex, should be overwhelming favorites. Ipswich's defensive record should be particularly poor, conceding 62 goals, only 2 per game. This could be a perfect opportunity for Chelsea's attacking players to boost their confidence. Prediction, 3-0 Chelsea.
Okay.
So that's a little wild.
That is wild. All right. So, I mean, was that Alex has given us 9 points?
Alex did a revised prediction for Tottenham. So draw, but then yes, 7 points.
So 7 points.
So far, Alex has given us 7 from the remaining fixtures.
Okay.
Sorry, from the first 3 of the remaining fixtures.
Okay. So we play Fulham next.
Dude, if we are gonna do anything, we've got to do stuff in these first 5 matches.
Yeah,
the remaining first 5 matches. We have to.
So, yeah, I mean the first 5 you got Tottenham, Brentford, Ipswich, Fulham, Everton. If you can win those 5 matches, that's 15 points.
Yeah.
So then you just need to figure out how to get 3. You just need to figure out how to win 1 and draw 2 out of the last 4. Which it's gonna. I don't know if that happens.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. That's the scary thing about
this. This is a very humbling. This is as fun as I thought it was going to be, Daniel.
Oh no!
When we thought of this.
It's dark.
Chelsea. It is dark.
It's dark and depressing. It is. It is. So Ellie says, aka Grok, Fulham are a mid-table, but on an 8-game unbeaten run, which I do think they lost this past weekend in the FA Cup. So that does in that. In parentheses, Grok said mostly draws. Chelsea's away form is decent, 5-3-6. But Fulham's resilience suggests a stalemate draw.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's a derby. It's a derby. It's a London derby, man. We literally our freaking stadium's in Fulham. So
yeah.
I mean,
Alex also predicts a 1-1 draw. Competitive derby.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, did we not where is it? Didn't we like win at the No, see, they beat us earlier this year. Yeah, Fulham beat us 2-1. So
yeah.
I mean, we've already lost to Fulham.
Oh, Alex gave me the stats for that game just now. We had 47% of the possession. We had an XG of 1.1 versus Fulham's 1.8.
Yep.
The first thing on the job.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Hit the wrong button on my Twitter.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I can't, man, this is bad.
Yeah.
I predict we'll save it at the end.
Yeah. So I mean, so they're both pitching a draw, which makes sense. You're playing a derby away from a team that you've already lost to this year.
Yeah.
That are in decent form right now. So
yep.
Makes sense to me. Everton. Everton are in poor form. 5-game winless streak, low scoring. Chelsea's home advantage and Everton's struggles point to a comfortable win. So Ellie predicts a 3-point win or 3 points for Chelsea against Everton.
Wow. Okay. Alex predicts a 1-0 win. A frustrating afternoon at Stamford Bridge with Everton defending resolutely. Chelsea will dominate possession, but struggle to create clear chances in the first half. Oh, it's like, what's crazy is that Alex has never watched a match.
And he knows
all it has
what
is
happens.
the stats. Yeah.
Yep.
Eventually, a moment of individual brilliance, most likely from Palmer, or a set piece will break the deadlock. Once Chelsea scores, Everton will have to open up slightly, but Chelsea won't find a second goal despite increased space. I will say that has been one of the and again, I'm not going on, like, I haven't gone back and watched tape. Okay, whatever. Like, I'm going on how, like, I'm remembering matches. So there could be some faulty remembering here. But, like, it hasn't felt like when teams have gone down, they've automatically opened back up in the way that you would, like, historically see, because they know all they have to do is get us on the counter.
Yep.
And I feel like I think evidence speaks for itself with this, because we have been up several times this season and have gone on to lose. And it's because teams have not really had to change their strategy against us at all. And we haven't adapted to their strategy and scored enough goals to mitigate any damage that any other team playing on the counter would, because teams can get stuff from us. They can get stuff from the
the best example of that's Copenhagen. We were dominating the first leg, and they just set in a bot. And pretty much the second match, even when we were winning, like, they still just set back. Like, I think that's a great point. Like, teams,
they know they're going to have chances on the counter and in transition and on a break, because our midfield's wide open.
Yep. And we have a shit goalkeeper. Who knows? The goalkeeper might pass them the ball. Like, they might even have to hit us on the counter.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Our goalkeeper is on everyone else's payroll, which is, I think this should be looked into.
Yeah. Robert needs to be investigated for gambling. I believe he's thrown some matches. Speculating, of course.
Yeah. I just watched the movie 8 Men Out about, like, I think it's the 1919 Black Sox team.
Yeah.
You know, that through the World Series.
Yep.
That's what's happening here.
Yep. Robert is throwing this season for us. So next up is Liverpool. Ellie predicts a loss.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I'm asking it to expand, or I'm asking Alex to expand. Sorry, I called Alex. Alex is a real person with real feelings. Oh, what did Ellie predict?
Versus Liverpool.
Yeah, the score. Did Ellie predict the score?
2-1. Yeah, I just found the scores actually. I did not realize
Okay.
that she forgotten. I think Ellie. I think she has to be called female. I believe. I don't know. Whatever. Sorry, Ellie, if I misgendered you. I apologize, Ellie, if I misgendered you. But she predicted a 2-1 loss to Liverpool.
Okay. So Alex has predicted a 3-1 loss to Liverpool.
Oh, okay. We need to have the AIs need to go head to head with their score predictions. I like that.
I'll add all these into the sheet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just found the score predictions. Ellie said we would beat Ipswich 2-0, draw Fulham 1-1, and beat Everton 1-0.
Oh, wow. These are similar.
Mm-hmm.
Everton 1-0 for Alex. Fulham was 1-1 for Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Tottenham is a Grok. Ellie predicted a 2-1 Tottenham win.
Oh, well, we got a draw on Alex's side. Oh,
yeah,
wait, no. Alex predicted a win. No, a draw. Revised prediction was
wrong.
But predicted 3-0 win against Ipswich.
And then predicted a 1-1 draw against Brentford.
Oh, shoot. I got Chelsea win Brentford with Alex's prediction 2-1.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun revisiting these scores and seeing what happens.
I'm gonna have to dig through these. Yeah, I'll have to listen to this podcast again.
Yeah. So we're on Liverpool. So what did Alex predict for the Liverpool
3-1
score?
loss. 3-1 loss. Yes.
Yeah. So both AIs predict a loss, which I think both people at this podcast will probably also predict a loss. So
yeah.
I don't care what Slot said that we were the best team they've played all year. That's just simply not true. He's lying through his teeth.
We played them relatively early though, right? Like I would say, was it not? When did we play them?
I feel like it was October or November.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm way off then.
October 20th.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so not that early, but we were in better form then, at least.
Yeah, we were. Let's see, we had just drawn Nottingham Forest, and before that, we were on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 match win streak.
Yeah, I still thought we could get something from that match if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to go back and re-listen to the
You did. You were very positive about it, and then you were very pissed off after the match, and you ranted about how much you hate Liverpool and how much of pussies they were with the way that they played in a low block for a lot of that game. I remember that rant. It was a good one. You were mad. That was a good episode.
I was mad about the other one too, where we drew at the end of last season.
Yep. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Because they were there for the taking.
Yep.
They were there.
Matches. Yep.
Pisses me off.
Yep. All right. So we're on to Newcastle. So we play at Newcastle. And Ellie predicts a 2-1 Newcastle win.
Okay. 2-1 Newcastle win. Ellie is a little pessimistic, man.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Okay. Alex predicts a 2-2 Chelsea or 2-2 draw. Sorry.
Okay.
2-2 Chelsea draw.
I mean, like, look, I would take that. I would take a 2-2 draw against Newcastle because they're flying now. They're flying. They had that mid-season dip, and they're coming out of it now. So, all right, on to Manchester United. who Chelsea have only beaten one time since 2018, and that was last year. So Grok predicts a win, 2-1 Chelsea over United, which I'm shocked by. Shocked.
Why? Why is that?
We've beaten them one time since 2013 or 2018. Sorry, wrong date.
Yeah,
I just don't. They're our bogey team, man. We just cannot. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is with United.
What's going to happen though is we're going to lose matches that we should have been able to at least be competitive in, and we probably weren't competitive in. And then we're going to blow Man U out of the water this season, and it's not going to mean shit because we're still going to finish 6th. That's my prediction.
I mean, yeah, that would.
I'll give you Alex's prediction.
What is Alex?
Chelsea win.
Okay. So Alex and Ellie on the same page on that one again.
Yeah.
And so that brings us to the last day of the year, the last match of the season, and that would be Nottingham Forest. And Ellie predicts a 2-0 Nottingham Forest victory.
Wow. That will suck.
Yep. That would be a shitty way to end the year.
Alex is predicting a 1-1 draw.
I mean, yeah. So, Grok at the end of this says that Chelsea finished with 60 points, likely landing 6th or 7th, missing the top 5 unless rivals drop points unexpectedly. This is a conservative prediction. Their tough run-in and current squad challenges. Wait, what?
Okay.
This conservative prediction reflects their tough run-in and current squad challenges.
Okay. I just made sure of the math here. Alex predicts we will finish with 65 points.
Okay, so he's a little more optimistic. Ellie had this with 60.
We'll only lose once to Liverpool.
That would be impressive.
1, 2, 3, 4, and win 4.
Yeah.
This would likely be enough to secure a top 4 finish in Champions League qualification based on the current table standings and expected performance of competing teams.
You'd be pushed at 65.
I don't agree with Alex here at all.
I mean, that would be, historically speaking, it would be a little low.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like everybody is sort of playing everybody right now.
Right.
In that top group. So
when almost half the table is like 3 points between them.
Yeah.
Or 5 points between them or whatever it is.
It's crazy.
It's very, very slim margins here.
It is. It's very slim margins. And hold on, I want to look at something. Go back. Where are... Yeah, like Villa's in 9th, and I think they're... Yeah, see, like Villa plays Nottingham Forest. They're still in the Champions League too. On top of that, they have to play Newcastle. Who else? They play somebody else in the top. They have to play Man City. They have to play Fulham. They play United and Tottenham. So, I mean, Villa's got a tough run of fixtures at the end with still being in Champions League football, but they could also slip up and beat maybe Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
maybe. They beat Newcastle or something like that. And everybody plays somebody.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everybody's playing somebody.
Nobody makes every match a must watch.
Yep. It is this is outside of Liverpool and Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's 3 through 10 still have everything to play for.
Yeah.
With 9 matches left to go. This is the closest it's been in a while.
And we are in a good position starting out. The problem is
we have a tough road.
Can we find scoring shoes again? Can we play a little bit better defense? Can we pass the ball a little bit better? Can we do all... Are we going to come back from the international break and be a more honed in team, a more focused team, a team that has more heart than they've shown, a team that has more motivation than they've shown? Is Maresca going to still be just as stubborn? Like we're going to have hopefully some guys coming back from injury, or at least Nicholas Jackson was in training, right? Like,
he's back. Lavia is back training. Palmer is back training. So
will we have kind of a full squad going in, like or remnant, or like only one or two players out versus what we've had? Like, I guess these are the questions that we'll see firsthand in the Tottenham game together when you and I are watching that live and in person. So yeah, it makes for an exciting like end of the season. The problem is my confidence in Chelsea has been shaken with just about every game we've played, and it's going to be really nerve-wracking.
It is. It's going to be. I mean, yeah, you look at like City has to play Forest and Villa, and they have Manchester Derby with United.
Yeah.
So I mean, like everybody is playing somebody. They play Fulham on the last day of the season. So
I would love for us to be masters of our own destiny. I rarely think that we are these days.
We have, we have not been master on destiny in a long time.
Yeah. But this might be a season where the other teams kind of help us out.
Yeah.
I don't want to rely on that, but I think at this stage in the game, we have to rely on
We have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely, and I think it's going to be a lot. I mean, like that's the thing. Everybody is playing everybody.
Yeah.
So other teams are going to drop points in this. Nobody is getting out of this unscathed. So if you do drop some points, it's not necessarily the end of the world.
Right.
I just think you have to win the games that you're supposed to win. And like out of these first 5 that we have, Tottenham, Brentford, Ipswich, Fulham, Everton, you could make a really good argument that we should win all 5.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, if we win all 5, looking through the rest of those schedules, I would be a little more optimistic that we could finish, unless we just lost the last 4 and didn't pick up any points, which in that would be worst case scenario.
Right.
But I think if we can win these 5 matches, have 15 points from 5, you didn't lose any ground. That's the thing. You haven't lost a single bit of ground. You're at least in the same spot that you were going into the last 4 matches of the season. So it's
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. And we have 64 points.
Right.
Even if you get like a draw from the other one, that puts us at 65, which possibly might be enough to get 5th.
It might. And I mean,
it's a way better place than we are right now.
Right.
The altitudes, I think that's a really good point, dude.
And like I said, I mean, a lot of it hinges on this Tottenham match. Like, if we lose this, like I feel like that's the thing with derbies. There's so much that you put into them, and if you can come out of it with a win, that's going to give you a lot more momentum. And if we lose it, it's going to be very draining on the players. It's going to have a very adverse effect just because of how much the game means. Now, I don't think these players put as much stock into it as, say, like past Chelsea teams. Whenever we literally would get in fights on touchlines, whenever the coaches would almost come to blows. So I don't know, but I still think it's mentally taxing. And then you got to turn around and play 2 days later, or 3 days on the 3rd day. You got to turn around and play on a Sunday against Brentford, who is probably going to sit in a low block, and you're going to have to figure out some way to break them down.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And we cannot break down a low block unless Maresca took the international break and learned a few things. But I'm not sure.
I hope he did. I hope he did.
Can I read you? I asked Alex to give me some facts about Chelsea season so far.
Mm-hmm.
Can I read you some of these?
Go for it.
Alex is mean. We'll say sarcastic. Chelsea have somehow managed to be fourth place despite their defense having all of the stability of a Jenga tower in an earthquake. They conceded 37 goals while creating the third highest XG in the league at 55.9, making them the football equivalent of live fast, die young.
Okay.
Jackson has mastered the art of being simultaneously brilliant and frustrating. He's like a Ferrari with a randomized steering wheel. You never know if he's going to score a worldie or trip over his own shoelaces. Chelsea's youth revolution resulted in an average squad age of 24.3 years, making their team meetings less like tactical discussions and more like high school reunions. Their team bus probably has a student driver sign on it. Cole Palmer contributed 20 goals this season, single-handedly dragging Chelsea to fourth place.
Yep.
Chelsea has somehow won more games away from home, 6, than Liverpool have lost all season, 1, which makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Okay. Whatever, Alex. Enzo Fernandez has received 6 yellow cards this season. Chelsea's passing accuracy is 85.2%, which apparently ranks us best in the league. Unfortunately, most of those passes are sideways and backward, making them the kings of the possession without progression strategy. One of the facts was we just lost to Fulham in December. It has I'll do this one. Chelsea have used 29 different players this season, suggesting their strategy is less well-oiled machine and more throw everyone at the wall and see who sticks. And then this is my favorite fact of the entire thing. See if you can spot why it's my favorite. Moises Caicedo has made... Oh, never mind. Sorry. I was thinking of something different. Anyway, it's not funny. Moises Caicedo has made 84 tackles this season, mostly to compensate for the fact that half his teammates think defending is optional.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yep. That is true.
So anyway, that's some of the facts from the season. Some of what Alex can just tell me on the fly.
Yeah, man. It is some pretty interesting stuff. Like what the AI has come up with. So
yeah. It's pretty fun that it can make some inferences and predictions, which I think is like scary. And if they're even close to being accurate, I'm going to be really scared.
Oh man, yeah. If they end up being accurate, it's going to be bad. Like if Grox ends up being accurate, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah. I definitely would rather Alex be accurate, but I also am not as optimistic as Alex is right now.
Yeah. If Ellie's accurate, I'm done. Like I will. Yeah.
What? Is this true? This isn't true.
What?
Chelsea's Robert Sanchez has a save percentage of 76.9%, the highest in the league among regular starters.
I don't believe that.
Where have you gotten that? Anyway, interesting stuff. I'm just double checking this save percentage stat. What? I don't understand. Oh, that's just squad goalkeeping. Let's see. That's clean sheet percentage. Man, there's like so much. Okay, save percentage. Dude, it's true.
That's crazy. Never would have guessed that. I mean, he has made some good saves, but he's also made some pretty bad ones.
So the save percentage stat, here you go. Shots on target against minus the goals against divided by shots on target against. Note, I mean, that makes sense how they get the percentage of that. Note that not all shots on target are stopped by the keeper. Many will be stopped by defenders. Does not include penalty kicks.
It's not a shot on target if it's blocked by the defender, though, necessarily. It just goes down as a block.
Yeah.
Depends on like where, like if he clears it off the line, it's a shot on target. But if you're shooting from 15 yards out, and yeah, it looks like it's going in, but the defender gets in the way, it's not a shot on target, it's a block.
Right.
Just whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. So do you want to make our predictions, Jason, for the rest of the season? And we're just gonna predict wins or losses. I don't want to predict scores or anything. Like just
wait. Okay. You mean for the last 9?
Yeah, for the last 9.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, just your spur of the moment. Like we don't have to put any thought into this. Like win, lose, or draw, Tottenham.
Win.
I agree. I believe we will win as well, sir. I'm with you on that one. Brentford.
Draw.
It's away. They're going to play. Yeah, we're going to draw. I'm with you on that. Yeah, we'll draw. Brentford. Ipswich.
Win.
Yep. I'm with you on that. I believe we win. I'm writing this down so it'll all be in the blog tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Fulham.
Loss.
I think we draw. I'm nervous
about that one.
It's away. I don't think we do it. Everton.
Win.
With you. I believe we win that one. Liverpool. Loss. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Loss on that one. Newcastle.
I'm going with my boy Alex here, and I'm saying draw.
I'm going to predict a loss in this one. I just think Newcastle is flying right now. United.
I'm saying win. I believe.
I'm going to say I have no faith. I'm saying draw.
Okay.
In that one. Nottingham
I'm being a little more optimistic here. Oh, Nottingham Forest, loss.
I think we draw. I'm going to put a draw on that one.
I think we're going to be in the position. Okay, wait.
Okay, you're going. What for Nottingham Forest?
No. What did I say for the other for all the other ones? I can't remember.
Okay, I'm fixing talent. Let's see. Tottenham, you had a win. So you
3.
had Brentford draw, so that's 4. Ipswich win, that's 7. Lost to Fulham. We beat Everton, that's 10. Lose to Liverpool. Draw with Newcastle, 11. Beat United, that's 14. Yeah, so you got to
that puts us at 63, and then we're gonna freaking blow it in the last game.
Yep. Let's see. I had win, draw, win. So that's 7. 8 versus Fulham. 11 because I predicted there. Loss. 12. I have us getting 13 more points.
So you have us going into the last game of the season. Or wait, you mean overall? Yeah.
Yeah. We have 12 points going to the last. Or we have plus 12. So what do we have? I don't even know. What is that? I don't even know.
Yeah, we have 49. So that's 61.
Yeah.
And then I'm predicting 63 at the end of the season.
Yeah, and I'm predicting 62.
Oh, you have 13 going into the last?
No, I have
13 total.
13 total.
You had 12.
Yeah, 13 total. Oh. What's that?
Oh, okay. So you're predicting
62.
We'll finish with 62, and I'm predicting we'll finish with 63.
Right. So we're right there together. You know, and we're both saying we'll narrowly miss out.
But you're predicting a draw against Nottingham Forest. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so you're predicting we go into the last game of the season with 61 points.
Yep.
So we would have to 64 would have to be good enough to get 5th.
Right.
And I'm predicting, and we're kind of agreed that 65 might get us 5th.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm predicting we go into the last game of the season with 63.
Yep.
And
we capitulate.
And we lose it. We blow it.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what we're predicting.
Yeah, I'm saying we're going in with a slight chance, but we got to rely on somebody else to do something and then we blow it by drawing. You just say we blow it by losing. So we're both essentially saying the same thing. We're going to blow it in the end.
But you're predicting before the Nottingham Forest match, the max we could get is 61. I mean 64.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm predicting the max we can get is 66.
Yeah.
That is tight.
It is. But I mean, the thing is like, I mean, you predicted a loss at Fulham, and I predicted a draw, which are both very realistic things. Like none of like, I mean, like neither one of those is like, you know, like, no, we're both just totally off base.
Do we deserve the right after, like, as matches progress to change these predictions, or
no. Okay. I think I think no. We're gonna still. This is just.
It's just to
as
see
of now,
where we align.
Yeah. As of now, and then we're still gonna make our weekly predictions, like scores. And I mean, obviously, like if Cole Palmer gets hurt, I'm probably not gonna predict us to win very many more games. That United win will probably turn into a draw or a loss on your, and my draw with Nottingham Forest will turn into a loss. Like there's too many factors. This is as of now in this moment. This is just what we think is going to happen for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Before we see how the team comes back from international break against Tottenham.
Yes, correct. So I guess that brings us to the Tottenham match. We need to make our actual score. We're both predicting we both predicted a win, right?
A win, yep.
So we just need to do scores. All right, I have had my score all episode, so I'm ready whenever you are. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1. 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea. Yeah. 3-2,
I knew you were going to
do
3. I knew it. I was like, I'm going to be 3-1. He's going to be 3-2.
I've become so predictable in the season.
Well, here's the thing. No, I don't know. I'm going 3-1 because I think we definitely get 3 goals. We could possibly score more than 3.
Yeah.
Because Tottenham is so wide open and they have their entire defense is hurt right now. If we don't score 3 or 4 goals, I would consider this a loss. Albeit if we get 3 points, but whatever. They just don't have a lot of attacking prowess right now. It seems like they haven't been scoring a lot lately. Mm-hmm. Like, what is their?
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't care about this spot, Mom.
We are just so incompetent. I hope your prediction is correct.
We are very incompetent, which you do have to count as a factor.
I would love to shut them out. That would be amazing.
That would be nice. Yeah, like they did Fulham. They didn't score against Fulham. They did score against whatever team that is. They scored 2 against Bournemouth. They didn't score against City. They scored 4 against Ipswich. They only scored 1 against United, 1 against Villa. They didn't score against Poole. So I don't know. I think 1 or 2 goals is where they're going to be. And I think we should be able to get 3 in. So it's either going to be 3-1 or 3-2. I feel like confident one of us will get a point Thursday. I feel confident in that.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think this game is going to be wide open.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun game to watch for a neutral, and gosh, do I hope we're on the winning side of that, because it would be devastating if we lost it.
Yeah.
But it would be real fun if it's open and we win it.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that is, I think that's why
I'm looking forward to it for that, and also we'll watch it together. So
yes, that's one reason I guess I'm so optimistic, because it's going to be a wide open match, like you said.
Yeah,
like it's just going to be wide open, and I get tired of watching the sideways passing shit and all of that against low block teams. I get enough of that shit. So it's going to be nice to play a team that just plays a high line, and we just go at them, and it's going to be wide open for 90 minutes. So
it's going to be it's going to be a really nervy match there.
Yeah,
for a while, I think,
for sure. And
it's
a Thursday night.
You and I are looking at the rest of the season holistically. We've taken basically the last fourth of the season, and we are looking at the implications of what each loss, draw, and win means.
Yeah,
and I mean, every single game, if it didn't already, and the Chelsea players didn't know this already,
give them a pep talk, Jason. Pep them up.
It matters.
Yeah.
You leave it all out there on the field.
Yep.
And if you don't, I will freaking boot. No, I'm just kidding. I will never boot. But yeah, I would like to see a more rejuvenated, motivated, heartful, full of fire and passion performance.
Yes.
Than what we have seen. And we have been coasting and doing very poorly at that. So I leave it out there, man. Like, I just want them to like play like they want it. And I don't know. Like, there's been a lot of talk lately. Players are coming out saying Maresca's created a really great locker room. I would love to see some of those vibes that they keep saying in these interviews on the pitch. Like, I'd love to see that. I don't know, man. In some ways, I miss like everybody fighting over the penalties. Like, at least they wanted it. Like, at least they wanted it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing.
In the wrong way. And Potch created a stupid situation with that.
Yeah,
like,
Potch is
at least they want, like, they all wanted to be scoring. And I haven't really felt that this season. So
no, it is. There's definitely, there needs to be some passion they come out and play with. It's a deadgum derby, for goodness sakes. Like, it is, like, this means more. Show more passion, show more fight than you would in a normal match. And you should be showing right now when you have 9 matches left in the season and every win matters and every point drop matters. Like, if you want to finish top 4, top 5, whatever it is this year, you need to leave it all out there on the pitch, because it is going to be a tight, close finish for the rest of this season.
Yeah.
So, and neither one of the AI bots that we ran everything through are very optimistic that we're going to finish in the top 5. You know, like, it's not. So let's prove the AI bots wrong. Let's prove our overlords wrong that future overlords. That will all put us out of jobs and everything that we do, except for this podcast, because our AI overlords will never take this over. So anyway, I don't know. You got anything else? Is there anything else we need to talk about? I guess we passed PSR today.
Hey.
We officially had a profit this year. Because we sold the women's team.
How much more are they going to be able to skirt around this? You know how they could have increased their profits, Daniel? I got a real easy way. Get a damn shirt sponsor.
Shirt sponsor. That's $40 million in the bag right there.
They lost an entire season of shirt sponsorship because they're stupid.
The crazy thing is so, like, it's debatable right now. There's debate on Twitter or not whether. So we're fine with the Premier League, but there's a debate on Twitter right now going on whether we get to count the women's team sale toward UEFA.
Oof.
So if it doesn't count, I think we're like negative speculation, because nobody knows exactly how much it was sold for. We'd be somewhere like negative 69 million in the hole. And just think about it. If we add it for the shirt sponsor, that's 40 million. So you're only negative 20 something million in the hole at that point in time. And then you're not even worrying about anything.
Right.
But no, we couldn't even freaking do that.
Outrageous. It is outrageous.
The stupidest crap in the world, the way that this team is run. And people on Twitter today are like, oh my gosh, Chelsea turned a profit. Is this like 198 million, I think, was our profit this past year or something like that? And everybody's like, oh, see, they know what they're doing. They're running. I'm like, you dipshits. All they're doing is cooking the freaking books.
Yeah.
They're just pushing it down the road. Like, that's all they're doing. It's just pushing it down. I'm not going to say they're asset stripping us, because in the technical sense of what a corporation, when they come in, like a freaking whatever. What is the word I'm looking for here, Jason? Come on, you're the business person. Where's my word?
I haven't been a business person in a while.
What is Clear Lake Capital? An investment firm. When an investment firm comes in and buys something, they'll strip the assets, the valuable assets of the company, no matter how well they're being run. because they just sit there to make a quick buck, and then they'll file for bankruptcy.
Right.
While this isn't technically asset stripping, and they're not selling off, they're just selling it off to themselves. I consider it a form of asset stripping, I guess, not in the technical definition of it. But
well, when they sell the club in like 7 years, or if they sell the club in 7 years,
dear God,
whenever,
like them.
whenever the contract or whenever their obligation is up, like, does it make it more valuable that you then sell the women's club and the men's club as like separate assets, as like a package deal? And then also Strasbourg, if you want Strasbourg in this, sell it as a different deal, but they can just sell that as its own thing.
Right.
So, and I haven't even like been keeping up with Strasbourg. So
they're currently 5th. So crazy thing is, if I think they might be 6th. They might have dropped to 6th, but they're in the race for Champions League. So if they make the Champions League, and some by miracle Chelsea makes the Champions League, we can't loan them any players. Like, we can do no business with them for until the competition's over with.
Yeah.
So there's no 3 loan players at Strasbourg next year from Chelsea. Like, there's nothing we can do.
We'll see how their tone change. If Strasbourg is like about to get in the Champions League, we'll see what they say about Chelsea and whether or not they want top 4 or not. Like, oh, it is expected. No, it's not expected. Oh, it was expected all along. Oh, no, it was never expected.
We'll wait for that Matt Law article to drop. He'll tell us what to think, Jason. He'll tell us what to think. But yeah, it's shady business. It's a loophole. And like, people praising it, it's like, it's not a true profit. Like, we literally had to sell our women's team to ourselves to make a profit. Do you not understand that? That's not profitable. You don't have an infinite amount of women's teams that you can continually sell to yourself every year. You're eventually going to run our hotels. You're eventually going to run out of assets to sell. So
I think they're out, right? Like, they should be out. There's
the only one that they have left that I think that is valuable and that they could do this same thing again with next year is Cobham. That is my prediction. If we go on a crazy spending spree again this summer and we're almost in violation of PSR, Cobham will be sold to ourselves next year. That is the only thing I can really think that they have left.
Yeah.
And then they're wanting to move the stadium. So there's a whole nother aspect of it. They're wanting to, like that.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? What is this team going to do? They are run so poorly, and people just don't even see it.
I'd rather us just win and be profitable that way. I'd rather us just have a shirt sponsor and be profitable that way. Hell, I mean, I don't know. They could have. They talked about this years ago. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but selling naming rights to just about everything.
Like, that's the most American thing ever. It's the most American thing ever. I mean, I personally don't want it to be the Visa Stadium at Stanford Bridge or some shit like that. I mean, I prefer just to keep it Stanford.
$40 million a year, though, man.
I don't know.
That it does cheapen it a bit.
It does. And so I don't know, but we'll see what they'll do. I mean, I just think as of now, it's not very well run.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it hinges on us making Champions League this year. It really does. Like, and if we don't, you're set back another year. Like, how are you, whatever.
We'll be in Europa next year, though, Daniel, if things go well.
Well, I mean, we have to win the Conference League first, and then we can make.
Well, I mean, just by where we place in the table, if we don't totally bottle this.
If we don't bottle it, yes. So that means Europa would be 6th, and Conference League would be 7th. So I think at the beginning of the year, we both predicted around 7, 8, 9, somewhere around there.
I was in the 10s. Yeah.
No, you weren't below 10.
Did I?
You might have been to 10.
Did I revise it? I almost went 11.
I know, because you were not under 10. You might have been 10. Because I want to say I was like 7th or 8th, somewhere around there. But I don't remember. We'll have to go back and listen to the episode later.
Yeah.
Whenever
We'll figure it out.
whenever we do our season wrap up.
Yeah.
But yeah, is there anything else we need to talk about?
I don't
This
think so.
episode?
I think we've done enough damage this evening to my
Yeah.
confidence in the rest of the season.
It did. You and me talked about it. I texted you, I was like, I'm so stoked for this episode, and I'm depressed.
I know. Same. Same.
So depressed.
Yeah.
But my hope is that other teams are going. This is what I got to remind myself. Other teams are going to screw up too. We might falter, but it's not the end of the world. But I do put a lot of stock in this Tottenham match just because of how much momentum can be won and gleaned and gained from this match. So up the Chels, please, dear God, beat Tottenham on Thursday night, because we will be watching together, and I don't want to have to cry in your arms during the podcast Thursday night.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Although I will hold you, and I will hold you good.
And I appreciate that. Oh, man. Jay, tell these people where they can find us before this thing just off the cliff.
Yo, we're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on Substack. You love to read. Read us on all the things. Daniel does amazing stuff. He is writing this blog as we are recording it. That is the type of content. That's the type of just care and consideration you can experience on all of those platforms. We've made it easy for you. We have the same handle on all three. It is down below. Find us at Red White Blues FC.
That's right. And if you want to watch our beautiful faces, we're on YouTube. So like, subscribe, blah, 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 comment. And with the Rizzler.
Okay.
Jason, do you know who the Rizzler is?
No.
Oh, Jason, you need to go look up the Rizzler after this and be amazed by an 8-year-old kid that has some Riz.
All right.
Yeah, I'll talk
check it
about
out.
it. Yeah, the Rizzler is the man. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, yeah, listen to us, Apple, Spotify. If you have those podcasts, shout out to Rizzler too, by the way. Until next time, until Thursday, until Chelsea win, we'll catch you guys and gals on the flip side.
Yo, watch soccer before AI turns into Skynet and get terminated. Flippity floppity.